Hi everyone, my name is David. Thanks for joining me for today's video. Fellow Americans, I hope you had a good, happy Thanksgiving. I know these times are stressful and that's why I'm making this video. I like to make holiday videos every year, something to just give you guys to maybe some kind of beneficial information to make them not so stressful. Really, this is a time of constant triggers and memories for a lot of people who have been traumatized and abused. So I may repeat a lot of the same information. I tend to do that in my videos, but it pertains to this and it's very important. We have, holidays are stressful typically for people. And in abusive, toxic relationships, it just means more added stress. It just means that they just aren't going to turn out well. So the more years you spent with your abuser, the more toxic, unstable, traumatic memories we have associated with holidays. And so if this is your first holiday alone or without your abuser, our brains are going to tell us that this is going to be bad, and we get scared and worried, and we do so much, right? We focus on what they're doing, and we want to have a better Thanksgiving than they do, or a better Christmas or New Year's. We want to have better holidays than they do, and our brain tells us they're happy, and our brain tells us that they're happy with other people in their lives, and they just get to go along their life always getting everything they want and need. And all of that's not true. I'm going to go over some of the things today to kind of show you. This video was inspired by Alice Ford. God, and I hope it wasn't Alicia now that I'm thinking about it. But Alice Ford is what I wrote. Sorry if I'm wrong, Alice. And Alice asks, I hear the narcissist tries to come back during the holidays for some reason. Why? Maybe you could make a short video about that. It would be nice to understand why Christmas and not really any other holiday. Like I said, I've made several videos I do every year. I made one 2 years ago called The Holiday Hoover. And it's got a thumbnail of Santa Claus holding a vacuum cleaner. Kind of cute. So, number one reason is stress, like I was saying before. Stress. Holidays are typically a little bit more stressful for people. And you don't have to be unhealthy or healthy for that to be true. We've got our in-laws that are coming. We've got other family that we might be around that we maybe haven't seen in a while. Maybe we don't get along very well. Maybe we've had some bad experiences with them. We could be alone. That's stressful. Relationships, like I say always, are the most important thing in our lives because we have needs, and those needs we must meet, and we meet them through relationships with other people, okay? And so relationships tend to be the biggest source of stress or the biggest source of comfort, depending on that relationship. People with personality disorders, the reason those terms came up is because people with them cannot start, begin, form, or maintain any kind of healthy relationship with people. So relationships are the biggest source of stress for them. And we have been in toxic relationships where our needs weren't met, so relationships have been the biggest source of stress for us. And that's why anything that has to do with relationships might stress us out, even if they're going okay. Even if we just have something we want to tell them. We're not sure. Oh God, should I? Let me ask somebody. So it's stress for them. They cannot have, though they do not have any kind of great relationship going on. You guys know that. Don't listen to this. Go by your experience. It was awful. And don't try to hold on to those little good parts that you thought were so great. They're empty, shallow, nothing about them really meaningful. Fun times, good feelings, sex, spend money, go out, party. I mean, that's it. You can do that with anybody, okay? And we developed feelings for them, and I'm not trying to downplay those. I know that some of you guys love your abuser. Some of you guys still love your abuser. Some of you guys miss your abuser. Some of you guys fantasize about your abuser. I understand. Loss is already so difficult to cope with. Most difficult for us to cope with. Loss of people, relationships, all of that. And, it's not different for them in that regards, okay? So they don't know themselves, so they won't tell you that the most important thing is for them is relationships. But they don't know that it is. They don't know that the most important thing in their life are emotional needs. They don't even know what they are. They don't know themselves, okay? A lot of you guys may not understand or know this too. So they reject who they are completely, reject themselves. They reject what they need and what they want and how they feel and the things they really truly value. Reject, gone, hate themselves, don't want to ever look at themselves. But when they lose something or somebody, doesn't matter if they think of you as an object. You guys could lose your house and that wouldn't be very fun, would it? You could lose your car. Some of you, many of you lost a car. You know, imagine a tornado coming and taking every single thing you own all in 1 minute. It's loss and you're going to grieve. So whatever you guys think, because I get so much argument about this and I understand they treated you like total garbage and threw you away like garbage. So how could they miss you? It's loss. You took up space and time in their life and it doesn't matter how they feel about you. It's loss. It's loss. It's loss. You guys can hate your house, but when it's gone and you're homeless, you'll miss it. You can hate your car, but when you have to walk 5 miles everywhere you need to go, you're going to miss your car, and that's how they feel about you, and they're going to miss you. The problem is they don't heal from this because they don't look at themselves. Loss causes introspection. That's why you guys are beating yourself up right now and ruminating. Oh, God, what should I have done? What could I have done? Oh, God. You're introspecting, looking inside. That's what loss forces us to do, but they won't do it. They can move on to someone else, but they carry this with them. That's why they call you back. That's why they show up at your work. That's why they text message you and like your stuff on Facebook. They're dealing with loss and they won't grieve and it won't go away. So rejecting themselves, not having an unstable sense of self, causes loneliness and boredom amongst anxiety and depression and other things. Losing somebody causes depression. They are depressed. They've been depressed their whole life because they don't know who they are. They can't ever give themselves what they need, and they're not self-reliant to even do it anyways. They're relying on you. So it makes total sense that they come back, even though they threw you away in haste or whatever. They aren't self-reliant. They can't tell themselves everything's going to be okay. You're going to make it through these holidays. You're a good person anyways. They don't believe that. They can't tell themselves. They have no inner dialogue like that except negativity and fear. That's all it is. So why do they hoover during the holidays? Why Christmas more than other times? Because it causes more stress, because they idealize everything. Narcissists may idealize love. They idealize how they look, their image. Oh, I'm by myself for Christmas. That's one reason they might. Oh, I have to spend it with family. Oh, God. Oh, I'm by myself. They're going to call you. They're going to call the person who supplied everything they needed for days, weeks, months, years, decades. They're going to go back to the source they know that provides you. Self-reliance is a big thing. I've done a lot of videos on this. A lot of us are lacking self-reliance. Needing this relationship to make us feel better. Needing this relationship to make us happy, feel good, get out of bed, go to work. That's how bad it's become. They're not that different, okay? Although you don't want to admit they're human beings. They are human. Most of them. I mean, most of their self is human. So, you know, maybe they idealize the holidays. Maybe they're just more sad and depressed and lonely. Maybe they have something to go to. Maybe they haven't had sex in a while. Maybe they need money. Maybe they just need your attention. That's it. That's it. So that makes sense that they're going to do this more during the holidays. They tend to also discard more during the holidays. They may freak out, be totally unstable, totally enraged, and toss you aside and throw you away because their life sucks. And a narcissist ain't going to blame themselves, blame you. That shows like a child. There's no reliance there. I can't make myself feel better. I can't pick up my pieces of my life. I can't even just approve something. I'd have to look at myself. Can't do that. Isn't that kind of weird? Narcissists hate themselves and can't look at themselves, but the image of them is them staring in the mirror, you know, in the pool of narcissists. Personality disorder, like I said before, can't have relationships. So they don't have many options but you. That must sting. They can't date healthy people. They'll have nothing to do with them. They can't date people that are already taken, although they try. So you've got some people like us left. And if they can't find someone, you know, before the holidays, they go back to you. And they're going to tell you they miss you so much. And I realized we're supposed to be together. I just did a video on no contact. Go watch that. They're going to tell you whatever it takes because they have no moral value. So it doesn't matter to lie, or don't have any integrity. They don't know who they are. So they'll tell you, I this, I that, I this, I that. They may believe it, but it's not accurate. They don't know who they are. Think of reasons why you don't want to be alone for Christmas. You know, it's not that much different. It's not that much different. Except you don't use people. They use people. And people that use others means there's things they can't do for themselves. They need people. And instead of asking, because that means they have to be vulnerable and you could reject them, they manipulate. And they have sources, people they can manipulate things from. You're a source until you stop giving. Once you stop reacting, stop replying, stop giving, they won't call you up anymore and bother you. I was just asked, I just saw a question today, a little while ago. Someone says, how do I, God, how did they put it? Not revenge. Now I can't remember how she put her question. How can I, cause a narcissistic injury? I wouldn't recommend abuse or hurting someone or committing crime unless that's who you are. Because if that's not who you are, which I know most of these people that's watching right now, that's not who you are. Why do it, Why do things that aren't you? Think about how hard it hurts when someone abuses you. Think of how much it hurts for you to abuse someone else. And it's not okay to justify or rationalize abusing people ever. It's never okay, right? Abuse is wrong. Stick to it then. The best way to cause a narcissistic injury is to reject them. Big old word, no. And we don't have to say it to reject them. The best rejection is no reply, no answer, no look. It shows we don't need them, we don't want them, we don't care anymore. Best way to hurt them is by your success. To live your life, to give yourself what you need now, to be happy, to grow, to change, to be a better person, and have success in this area. It's the biggest narcissistic injury you can ever give them. Total rejection. I'm better than you. Because they believe that people are better or worse than others. I use the analogy of dogs. Dogs do this. Dogs think of themselves and other dogs kind of horizontally. Vertically. Meaning, if I'm a dog, there's dogs above me and below me. Where's my spot? Right? That's how a narcissist thinks. Humans believe we're all equal. We think horizontally. Dogs don't. Dogs don't believe they're all equal. We do. We're all equal, right? So we're like this. And so we don't have to be better, and we aren't worse. We're equal, okay? Even though we're all different, we're equal. And they don't believe that. They don't believe that. So they have to be better than you. Overcompensation, things like this. So if they can't have functional relationships, even if they're in one, doesn't matter if they have somebody else. People say, why did he Hoover me? He has a new girlfriend. That makes him happy. Well, you don't know that. Don't say that. Don't put that in his mouth or other people's mouth. And if they say it, they don't know themselves. Remember that. Don't ever forget that. If I don't know who I am, what good is a statement that starts with I? I like to do this. You ever seen someone just change their mind real quick? I don't like to do this. I never said that. Doesn't know who they are. So what good does it do to listen to them, to invest, place any stock and value in what they say? It means nothing. Nothing. None of it. Doesn't matter if they're hit and miss sometimes. They have a hit for every few misses they have. Makes no sense. So if they can't have these relationships, they're unstable, they're sad, they're lonely, they're depressed, they're anxious, and they're not self-reliant, they're reliant on you. So it makes perfect sense they're going to contact you. They have no empathy, so they don't understand how much they hurt you. They don't understand how they left you, the state that you're in. You could tell them, but they don't listen. They're a narcissist. It's all about me, not you. It's like an object telling you how you feel. They're telling you. It's like an object telling you how it feels. Kind of funny to even think about, right? That's how they take it. So they reject themselves, so they're lonely and bored. Just like a lot of you guys. Anybody that says, I'm so lonely when I'm by myself, well, you must be in bad company. I'd start a relationship with yourself because there might be a pretty beautiful person inside there waiting to come out that you may really enjoy. And if you can, others can too. Narcissists don't enjoy or care who you are. It's all about them. So they need you to get rid of your true self to be there for them. They care about what you are. They care about your status. They care about what you look like. They care about what you do, don't do. Doing it right, doing it wrong, like your parents probably. They have lost you. This is a Hoover, which means the relationship's over. It doesn't matter if they discarded you. Doesn't matter if they hate you. Doesn't matter if they never got to know you. You were there for them. You did things for them, and now you're not. Now you're not. Meaning they have no self-reliance, so now there's nobody doing it for them. Maybe somebody else they found right away to do something for them. But they're grieving you, the loss, and they keep thinking about you and ruminating. Wouldn't it be nice to, hook up again? I bet they have another $1,000 they'll loan me. I bet they'll have, I bet they'll be so excited to hear from me and want me back. They really underestimate us and overestimate themselves a lot. So these things all add up. I mean, and there's probably more. I'm sure I could come up with more reasons, but those are major, major reasons why they hoover and why they hoover during the holidays. Okay? I hope this video made sense to you, and I hope that it helps you understand a little bit more why they're doing it. Because this cycle of taking you back or getting you back and breaking up or discarding you, things like this, cheating on you, these are cycles that'll never change. Okay? We have to believe patterns. We have to believe cycles. We don't have to believe them. They may do all this they want, but we're seeing it over and over and over again. And it's not going to change unless you change it. They can't. They won't. So as soon as you believe you're worthy of something better and something more, you'll stop answering these hoovers, and eventually they'll stop. Okay? Try to get support to do this. It's almost impossible to do this alone. But I hope it made sense. That's why. Stress, number one. Stress. They're stressed. Believe me. People with personality disorders are stressed. They can't have healthy relationships. Biggest stress in the world. Biggest source. CPTSD is the biggest, most intense trauma anyone could experience. Biggest form of PTSD. And that's what we have, probably. CPTSD. So you guys have to understand this. We may feel lonely and bored when we're by ourselves and we want somebody, and we may end up taking back a narcissist who abuses us anyways because we hate the boredom, we hate being lonely. We're also addicted to them. We become dependent on them as they have us. So they're thinking about you, not the way that you want them to, not the way that you are thinking about them, but they are, and they want it back. If a narcissist could really have it their way, but society doesn't permit or allow, if they could have it their way, they'll keep every single victim of theirs, not let them get away. Just put you on the shelf again, ready to take you off when they need you. When they need you, because they do need you. They need people. There's no self inside, no self-reliance. Not going to have anything they need or want or feel good on their own. So the holiday hoover makes perfect sense, doesn't it? They just want something else from you again. And this quickly, and if you guys haven't learned this already, going back to these relationships are only worse. Only worse. The second time, the third time worse, the fourth time worse, the fifth time, who knows what's going to happen, right? It's going to be worse. But how much worse can it get? Because it can always get worse, I'm sure, no matter how bad it is. Sure, it can always get worse. It'll never get better. So, holidays, very important. Have support, guys. Isolation is the worst thing you can do, okay? Worst thing you can do. People have caused this to you. People will help you out of this. We need each other bad, all right? And so if you can just go into these holidays not expecting anything, just, I want it to go okay. That's it. That's it. If you can, give some gifts to people. That really helps us feel better. All right, talking to people, being around people. You don't have to decorate or have parties. You don't have to go over to someone's house. If you do, you don't have to stay long. You can leave. Tell them. Start telling people how you feel. I don't feel very good. This is a bad time of year for me. Just this one. I'm going to cut it short, go home, take a hot bath, and call it a day. Then nothing bad happens, and next year it's easier and easier and easier. I promise. I promise. And the less we respond to their hoovering, the quicker it'll stop. I promise. Get support, guys. I can't push it enough. Let me know what you guys think. Really, just try to get through these holidays. You don't have to celebrate it. Just don't be alone if you can, okay? Call somebody. Talk to somebody. Hire someone. All of it is great. If you're religious, maybe go to your church. Stuff like this, okay? All right? You guys are going to be okay. Sorry if your brain's telling you bad things. Sorry if you're getting extra stress from the Hoovers. Try to cut it off. Seriously. It just raises your self-worth if you don't need to see it. Tell yourself how great you are. That's why they're contacting you. Again, I don't care what they told you. If they said you're so horrible and so bad, why are they contacting you again? Think about that. You must not be so horrible or so bad. They're contacting you again. They want something from you again. Okay? And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for the extra stress. I'm sorry your holidays, if they aren't going to be as good as you want them to be or like them to be. But it can be a goal next year, the year after. It's up to you, really. It's up to you what you do, and be mindful of what you're doing, and get support, get help, okay? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know of other reasons they're hoovering for the holidays. You guys always have great comments. Please leave some more. Thank you. Anybody wants coaching, you can find me at daviddemars.com. Love yourself first, guys. Happy holidays. Bye-bye.